folks. Welcome back to Raki's Highway Lab, a TechnoHub channel for placement training. So, in this tutorial, we are going to discuss about implementing your business logic, and in this business logic, we are going to cover formula field. And this business logic, so we are going to cover Salesforce formula field. So, first of all, we should know what is Salesforce formula field. So, formula field is a customized field, right? Generated by the system of data type formula. The data type is going to be formula. It's read-only field, which means that we cannot be able to edit it, right? The formula field, whatever formula field which you create, it is only read-only type. We cannot be able to edit it. We cannot be able to edit it. Formula field is read-only field. Formula field is derived the value from the expression. The formula is being derived from the value from, that is, we derive the value from the expression. Say for example, we have x plus y or a plus b the whole square. We are going to substitute the value of a and b, and we are going to find out the a plus b the whole square, right? Or we are going to find x square into y square plus z square. What is the, so here we are going to substitute the value for x and y and z, and we are going to find out the x square, y square, and z square, and we are going to add these for these three values here. So from which we are going to acquire, this is a formula expression. From the expression, we are going to get the formula value. We are going to get the value here, right? So when the source field gets changed, automatically the formula field changes. When the source field gets changes, the formula field will also get changed. Formula in Salesforce are used to calculate the custom fields. So the formula is used to calculate the custom fields. It is not only to calculate the custom fields, they use for validation rule, they use for flow logic, and so on. Using formula editor, we are going to create a formula in the Salesforce. How do we create a formula field? Using a formula editor. Using a formula editor, we are going to create a formula field. So we are going to create a formula field for an invoice object, performer object, or invoice object, or all same. So in our production environment, I have an object called invoice object. We are going to create a formula for discount amount. So say for example, so whenever you apply for your job posting, right? So either go into your Naukri.com or Monster.com or JobDB.com. Most probably it is free. Suppose you want to get listed in multiple companies, right? You want to get listed to the multiple companies. You want to show your web, you want to show your resumes faster, and you want to get recruited, and you should get a call letter from the company, so that you have to pay, right? So when you pay the amount, they would try to give a discount, right? So when you pay some amount, say for example, so the charges would be 1,000 rupees. So it's going to be 1,000 rupees. So therefore, the company would give you some discount. Say for example, can be 10%, 20%, something. They would try to give a discount. So based on the discount amount, we are going to calculate the final amount, right? We are going to calculate the final amount. So the syntax will go like this. So the final amount is equal to the invoice amount is greater than 5,000. I'm going to check that. So when the discount will be given, if it is going to be greater than 500, or it is going to be equal to 1,000, right? That is the case. Then I'm going to give the discount. So even when you purchase any products, let's say if you go to DMart or if you go outside, you go to a mall and you go to purchase any shirt, pant, or chudidar, whatever it may be, right? Whatever you purchase. So they might give you some discount even when you purchase some slipper, right? Even purchase your shoes, whatever it may be, right? So they will give you some discount. Based on discount, you're going to get the final amount. That final amount will be paid by you, and finally, after you pay it, you're going to get the product back. But this is what we are going to do it. So in this session, we are going to create a formula field. Now let us get into deep how to create a formula field with respect to Salesforce. So for which what we have to do, you have to go to setup home and go to object and field. You have to select the object in this tutorial. In this scenario, I'm going to use invoice object, right? And then select the object, then go to the field and relationship, then choose the data type. So the data type which I'm going to select is going to be formula. After selecting the data type, I'm going to click on next button. I'm going to click on next button. After clicking on next button, I'm going to enter the formula label. After entering the formula label, right? And then I have to give the return type. I have to specify the return type. So after specifying the return type, Right, after specifying the return type, I have to click the next button. Once you click the next button, it will take you to the formula editor. It will take you to the formula editor. It will take you to the formula editor. So once the formula editor, once it takes you to the formula editor, you're going to specify the formula here. On the formula editor, you're going to specify the formula. What is my formula? I'm going to use the if condition. So at the demo, I'll show you everything. Right? If followed with, see, the amount is greater than 500. So I'm going to subtract amount from the amount. I'm going to subtract the discount amount, right? So discount amount, and finally what we are going to get the final amount, and then finally you're going to check the syntax. Once you check the syntax, once there is no error, then I'm going to click on next button, and finally I'm going to check for the whether the discount amount is getting calculated or not. So I'm going to enter the pro forma name or invoice name. The invoice number will get automatically because it's an auto-generated number. Then invoice date and how much amount, and then finally what is that? You're going to get the final amount. You're going to get the final amount. So created. So you will get the final amount created. But this final amount is going to be a what is a read-only field. We will not be able to edit it, right? So this is be derived from the formula. So from the expression. So now we are going to get into demo. So now already I am into a production environment. Already I am into production environment. See now I am into setup. Right, I'll click on home. Now what I have to do, I have to go to object manager. I'll click on object manager. If at all the object is not created, try to create the object. I've already created object called invoice object. I've already created object called invoice object. I will click on invoice now. Right. So now see here, I'm going to select the object called invoice. Now go to field and relationship. On the field and relationship, you can see that the object invoice has been created and the field also has been created. The field also has been created. Now what I have to do, I have to click on new button, and then you're going to enter the, you're going to select the data type. Now, for example, I'm going to select the data type called formula. I'm going to select the data type called formula. After selecting data type as formula, click on next button. Right? And we are going to say the field label. What is my field label? So it is going to be in the net amount. I'm going to say net amount. So final amount is called as a net amount. And what is the return type? What is the return type? The return type is going to be currency. Right? I have to specify the return type here. And then after this, I'm going to click on next button. After clicking on next button, it comes to the formula editor. This is the formula editor, right? And here we have we will have the, what is it? Now we have two options: simple formula and advanced formula. Now it is selected. Now there is two tabs here. One is called simple formula. The other one is for advanced formula. Now it is in simple formula. Now we have to go for advanced formula to use if condition. Now the movement automatically changes to the advanced formula editor. Now on the right hand side, you can see that function is coming, right? The functions are coming here. We have a lot of functions here. And the insert field. Now what we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate net amount. What is this return data type? It's going to be currency. Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to select if condition. If the amount is equal to 1000, right? I'm going to calculate. I'm going to use if condition here. So that scroll down, right? So like I have to check for the if condition. So what is that? Logic. I have to go to logical function and I have to select if condition. So I got this if. Now select the if here and then click on insert selected function. The if condition, if syntax will be added here. The if followed with logical test and value if true, value if false. So value if true and value if false. Now what is my logical condition? Here in the logical test, I'm going to enter the formula field. What is that? Formula field. I have to go to insert the field here. So let me click on insert field and I'll go and select the invoice and then invoice amount. So invoice amount, I'm going to select the invoice amount and click on insert button. The invoice amount will be inserted here. Invoice amount is equal to 1000, right? So if the amount is equal to 1000, then what you do? Then you have to calculate discount. So what is the discount amount? You're going to give 10%. So 10 divided by 100, that is, I have to subtract this value, right? What if value true, right? If it is true, I have to calculate it. I have to subtract this value. So again, I'm going to use insert button, right? Under invoice, I'm going to say invoice amount inserted, and then follow this insert operator. Then I'm going to use subtract. Then what I'm going to do? I'm going to insert 10 divide by 100 into. Then what I'll do? 10 divided by 100 into invoice amount. So then I'm going to say invoice, then invoice amount. And then click insert, right? So then click insert. Then followed with, so then what happens? Otherwise, then value of true, then value of false, right? Value of true, then value of false. What is value of false? Then otherwise, if the condition is not, if it is less than 1000, if it is not equal to 1000, if it is less than 1000, then actually it has to go to the invoice amount itself. Again, I'm going to select the invoice, then I'll go to the invoice amount, right? Invoice, then I'll go to the invoice amount. I'm going to select invoice amount, insert it. Right? Again, I'll show you. Again, I'll remove this. Again, I'll show you. Right? Now, what I'll do, I'm going to use if condition here. Select if condition, click on insert button. See here, I have a comma here. Right? Logical test, value of true, value of false. Now, coming here, I'm going to select this logical test and I'm going to change it. Go to the insert field, select invoice, right? Then scroll down, you can see invoice amount. Right? You're going to add invoice amount. Invoice amount is equal to 1000. Right? If the invoice amount is equal to 1000, right? This is, if invoice amount is double equal to, right? So now whether the invoice is equal to 1000, right? So do we have equal to? Now we have greater than, less than, right? So I'm going to check whether the invoice amount is equal to 1000, right? So invoice amount is equal to, right? I'm going to say invoice amount equal to, right? So the same thing we get it. Invoice amount is equal to 1000. So now when I say equal to here, then what happens? So I'll use double equal to here. Invoice amount is equal to 1000. The invoice amount, whatever I get it, that is equal to 1000, right? Then what I have to do? I have to calculate the what is it? I have to calculate the amount, discount amount. I have to calculate discount amount. That is going to be net amount. So that is what I'll do. Again, I'll go with the invoice, select invoice, right? Select invoice and invoice amount inserted, and then go to this insert operator, select subtract. Then I'm going to say 10 divided by 100 into, right? And then the into also should go from here. This should be inserted from the insert operator, multiply. Right? Then again I'm going to insert the field. Which is the field I'm going to insert? Select insert invoice amount. Then insert it. After inserting, right? Then what is the value of false? What is the value of false? I'm going to select the value of false. And then again you're going to insert the amount, same insert, invoice, then invoice amount. Right? That is what. Otherwise, the condition is equal to 1000. Then I'm going to calculate the discount. Otherwise, I'm going to insert the invoice amount. I've done with my formula. Now let me go and check the syntax. Right? The syntax is correct. Here it says missing error syntax missing bracket. So now what is that? If invoice amount, yes. So like here we got invoice amount. Yeah. So then invoice amount, invoice amount minus 100, 10 by 100 into invoice amount. So now this correct. I think so. And now again we'll go and check the syntax. So now see here. Now it is correct. The syntax is correct. Right? Now the syntax is correct. It says the syntax is correct. Right? After this, now what we'll do? I will go to the next button and click on next button. Right? And then after, now I'm going to say visible to all profiles and then click on next button. Right? So now this invoice field called a net amount will be added to the invoice layout. After this, I'm going to click on save. So once I've saved it, now see, you can see here net amount has been added to my field and relationship, right? So with the fields, net amount also has been added. It is a formula field. Now I've created the formula field. Now what I have to do? I have to go and check it. So I have to click on app launcher. Click on app launcher. So click on app launcher. So now what you have to do? You have to click on app launcher, right? And you have to select recruitment app. Right? Select the recruitment app. Right? After this, you have to select the recruitment app. After selecting the recruitment app, then what you do finally? So then what you do now? We have to click on invoices. Now I'm going to click on invoices. I'm going to create a new invoice. I'm going to generate a new invoice. So that I'm going to click on new button. Right? Invoice number will be created automatically. Invoice date is going to be today's date. Say for example, it is going to be 27. So today's date is 27. Customer name is Anirudh. Right? What is the position is applying for? Is applying for Salesforce developer. What is the invoice amount? It is going to be 1000. So do we have discount? Yes, 10% discount. Right? What is his mobile number? 82364879 123456789. Okay, fine. I've given all these things. So, but here you can make sure that any required field is that no, there is no any required field. If there is any required field, make sure that you have to give that data. Otherwise, it will not save. Right now, there is no required field. Even if skip also, it doesn't mean. So now click on save button. It will be saved. Now, then what happens now? It goes to the invoice. Now see here. So now after 10% discount, what is that? The net amount 900 we are getting. After 10% discount, we are getting 900. So it is correct. After discount 10%, we are getting 900 amount. So we can see that the invoice is getting calculated. The formula field is getting worked correctly. The formula field is getting worked correctly. Got it? So now what we'll do? So now we are tested. Now we'll go back to the. Now let me go back to the. Right. So this is how we can calculate formula fields. Guys, if you have any doubts, please you can find me at Raki, right? Or else, so please subscribe to my channel. So like what is that? It is IVA Labs Techno Hub channel for placement training. Or in case you have any doubts, please contact 8555079168 or 8142000037. So like if you have any doubts also, you can pen me or you can mail me to info.ivalab@gmail.com. So be safe and take necessary precautions to avoid this COVID and to get rid of this COVID. Please stay tuned until I get back to you. So thank you. Bye-bye.